Hi, this is Tracy HD, and I want to thank you for joining me today for our July monthly tarot scope, and this will be for the sign of Virgo. And as I shuffle the deck, I'm asking all light beings, angels, and God, please relay the message I need to share with my viewers for the highest good of all. For the beginning of the month, we'll take a card from the top. In the middle of the month, we're going to take a card from the center. And at the end of the month, we're going to take a card from the bottom. Okay, and what do we have here, Virgo? We start the month with the Seven of Wands. Okay, and the Seven of Wands, this woman is standing in her power. There's these mountains in the background. It looks like a very cool, cold, icy feel. You see like this coldness around her. She has like a hooded cape on. And when we get the Seven of Wands in the beginning of the month, I'm feeling that this person could actually be you. Okay, this could symbolize you, or this could very well be maybe someone in the beginning of the month that you encounter, or maybe just an energy. But basically, the beginning of the month, you're going to need to put your skills to the test. Okay, you're going to feel like maybe there's some kind of conflict or quarreling going on in the beginning of July, and you're going to maybe feel attacked, not necessarily physically, but maybe mentally. And you're going to have to defend yourself. You're going to have to fight back with whomever or whatever it is in the beginning of the month. You're going to have some type of a challenge in the beginning of July. And it's going to be an obstacle that you need to overcome. Okay? And I'm sure you will. Virgos are very hardworking people. Okay? They're very fair. And whatever comes your way in the beginning of the month, Virgo, I know you're going to handle it just fine. You're going to handle, whomever or whatever it is, because you have the skills to do it. You've maybe been through something like this before. You've learned from it. You have knowledge. You have skills. You're going to be able to handle this. You have this in the beginning of the month. So, be aware of any type of a conflict or quarrel in the beginning of July, and put whatever you have, whatever skills you have, use them to resolve things the best possible. And then in the middle of the month, we have the Two of Swords. How interesting. Woman is blindfolded. We have a full moon, and I love the moon, and she's holding a sword in each hand. And the Two of Swords in the middle of the month, when I look at this card, what I'm getting from it is you're holding in your feelings about something. Okay, you're not putting your cards out on the table so much. You're maybe thinking in your head, you're trying to balance what you feel between your heart and your head. It's like a balancing act. And you just can't seem to make a decision on something in the middle of July. And you're having difficulty hearing your intuition or your inner voice. And you're trying to solve your problem inside your head. And you're not, I don't believe you're giving your heart equal time as your head when you're sorting out whatever it is, whatever this challenge is that's going on. So in the middle of the month, you're feeling blocked as far as your heart is concerned and your emotions, and you're holding in your feelings, and you're going to need to balance out whatever decision you need to make in the middle of the month with both your head and both your heart. And, you're thinking maybe if you're strong in the middle of the month and you're trying to think it out in a practical, analytical way in your mind, and you don't let your heart get involved, that you won't get emotional over it. But you really need to involve both your head and your heart when resolving whatever situation and whatever challenge is, going on from the beginning of the month into the middle of the month. And it looks like at the end of the month, the Four of Swords, and he's resting. And there's 3 swords here, and there's 1 sword on the ground. And I like the Four of Swords. The Four of Swords to me is like a time of rest, like after someone has, fought a good fight, and now it's time for them to, rejuvenate themselves, recharge themselves. And this is telling me at the end of the month, you need to take some downtime, okay? You felt overwhelmed this month in July, and you're going to need to allow yourself time to recover from any exhaustion that may have taken place this month. You're feeling very exhausted. You're feeling, a loss of energy. You're spent. So just like this man here is resting, He was up against a lot in the beginning of the month. And he knows that he's got to take a time out because we're not meant to run at hyperspeed all the time. We're not meant to be on autopilot and constantly going, going, going. We need to take care of our bodies. So whatever was going on here mentally, it has you exhausted by the end of the month. So you're going to need to relax. You're going to need to recharge. You're going to feel a bit overwhelmed by the end of the month. So it's time to take care of yourself. It's time to take care of yourself, at the end of the month. And, take some rest. You're going to need that, by the end of the month to get yourself back on track. And you will recover from it. I know myself. I run myself too ragged and I burn myself out easily and get overwhelmed on a regular basis. So fight the good fight, stand up for yourself in the beginning of the month. Use the skills that you have, and you have some good skills. You've been in the situation possibly before and you have the knowledge to get through it again. Involve both your head and your heart in whatever it is that you're doing in July. To make a decision, because it's going to seem very hard for you to decide in the middle of the month whatever's going on. And at the end of the month, be sure to take a time out for yourself. Take some downtime, maybe go on a little day trip, maybe go on a vacation to get away from things. It's going to be a very interesting month for you. It seems very action-packed. It's definitely not going to be boring. If you've enjoyed this reading, please subscribe to my channel because I will be back.